Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors Brandon Podziemski reveals why Lauri Markkanen trade rumors are actually fun. The Golden State Warriors may have added a few quality players in the aftermath of the departure of franchise legend Klay Thompson. But it's fair to wonder if the Warriors roster as presently constructed is good enough to compete for a playoff spot in the loaded Western Conference, let alone for the Larry O'Brien Trophy. It's no surprise that the Dubs are looking to up the team's talent base, consolidating the pieces that they already have for another star, with Utah Jazz forward Lauri Markkanen being their primary trade target. The Jazz, however, according to Clutch Point's NBA insider Brett Siegel, would only part ways with Markkanen if they received Brandon Podziemski from the Warriors to go along with another young player, Moses Moody, perhaps, and plenty of draft capital. Podziemski, for what it's worth, is remaining mentally strong amid the uncertainty surrounding his situation with Golden State, and is, in fact, finding it fun that his name is out there in trade rumors so often. It's very fun for me actually. I love it, Podziemski said on the Dinner Table podcast on July 25, per Will Simons of NBC Sports Bay Area. It's cool to see different things every day, people's comments, and if I should be traded or shouldn't be. But at the end of the day, Brandon Podziemski is only focusing towards the things that are in his control and leave the decision of whether or not the Warriors will be trading him away to the powers that be. For me, from a basketball perspective, social media aside, I try to put that away and just work on what I can control right now, Podziemski added. Brandon Podziemski was the 19th overall pick of the 2023 NBA draft and was a steal for the Warriors from the get-go. He is a quick decision-maker with the basketball, making him a seamless fit in the Dubs' offense. Moreover, he could space the floor, handle the rock as well, and help out on the glass as well. In his rookie campaign, he averaged 9.2 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 3.7 assists on 45/39/63 shooting splits, and he's only 21 years of age at the time of writing. There is still uncertainty, however, as to whether or not Podziemski would be spending his second season in the NBA with the Warriors. But he's trying to spin that uncertainty and turn it into something positive, regardless of if he plays for the Dubs or the Jazz. No one likes to admit it, but everybody sees the good and the bad, Podziemski added. For me, I think the bad can just be used as motivation. Obviously, my name has been in the Markkanen trade a lot, so if the trade doesn't go through and I'm still here, to have a good second year and be like, good thing we didn't trade him, would be cool for me. Podziemski can now take comfort in the fact that the Warriors have not been willing, according to reports, to trade him away for Lauri Markkanen. All he has to do now is vindicate the franchise's belief in him. Warriors Steve Kerr fires back at social media haters of Team USA lineup decisions. Team USA's head coach, Steve Kerr, couldn't care less about the backlash received for benching NBA superstars throughout the team's first two games at the 2024 Summer Olympics. First, Boston Celtic fans caused an uproar when they didn't see Jason Tatum play a second in Team USA's 110-84 win against Serbia. Then, the Philadelphia 76ers fanbase protested superstar Joel Embiid's benching in Team USA's most recent victory, 103-86, against South Sudan on Wednesday. Kerr, who spoke to the Washington Post's Ben Golliver after the win, chimed in on the criticism he's receiving on social media. They're pros and committed to each other, Kerr said, per Ben Golliver's X, formerly Twitter account. I don't read social media. I would hope our guys aren't paying too much attention to that. That's a regular season thing where the soap opera can carry the ratings. Here, it's just win a damn gold. Team USA will wrap up the 2024 Olympics group round with a game against Puerto Rico on Saturday. The U.S., 2-0, leads Group C by a 43-point differential. Bam Adebayo scored 18 points and 7 rebounds against South Sudan, leading 4 players who scored double figures off the bench. Kevin Durant netted 14 points, Anthony Edwards chipped in 13, and Derek White finished with 10. LeBron James, 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, led the starters. After their previous exhibition matchup, the U.S. survived a potential game-winning field goal in the final seconds of their game and edged out a 101-100 victory. For Coach Kerr, drowning out the naysayers questioning his decisions on a game-by-game basis is essential. He has to stick to what he believes is best for his team and can't afford to fall into doubting himself and costing Team USA a loss in the following win-or-go-home stages of the Olympics. However, not one player has complained when he makes those tough calls, according to Kerr. Last game, we had a champion and an All-NBA guy not play any minutes, and tonight we had an MVP not play any minutes. They didn't complain, Kerr said about his team after Wednesday's win. We had guys who stepped up and filled those roles perfectly. The Golden State Warriors head coach won't feel the same amount of pressure in Team USA's upcoming game against Puerto Rico, given that his team has secured a spot in the next round. However, the pressure returns the following week when the Olympics one-game elimination format takes form, forcing Kerr to make sure he's making the correct decisions in real time with sports fans tuned in across the globe. NBA champion, agent claims Warriors will make Lauri Markkanen trade. If the Golden State Warriors want to have any chance at being competitive this season, the team needs to make a major move. After missing out on Paul George, the only option left is Utah Jazz All-Star Lauri Markkanen. One former NBA champion and agent believes that's exactly what they'll do. During the newest episode of the OG's podcast, former NBA champion and current agent Mike Miller gave his thoughts on the Warriors acquiring Lauri Markkanen. In Miller's eyes, the Warriors have to make a big move to be competitive next season. I don't think Golden State can get it done, Miller said about the Warriors being competitive. I think if you're serious about winning, they have to make a big move. The biggest issue for the Golden State Warriors is that they've been caught in a major limbo with Lauri Markkanen. The team wants Lauri, but the Utah Jazz wants Brandon Podziemski plus a plethora of picks. No team currently has a better offer than the Warriors, but Markkanen reportedly wants to stay with the Jazz. Regardless, Mike Miller believes that the Warriors will get their man. I think they're going to, Miller said about the Warriors trading for Lauri Markkanen. The Warriors have been very frugal when it comes to making a big move this offseason. There's a reason why the team hasn't been able to acquire a major star to play alongside Steph Curry. If the team actually wants to be competitive during Steph's final years, then the time to stop being cheap is now. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Lauri Markkanen? Leave your opinion in the comments.